Friends, hi, hello, how are you? Welcome back to the Curvy E Chronicles. My name is Courtney, and today we are cooking our meal plan from last week, so let's get into it. Caution, watching the following content may cause extreme hunger. Viewer discretion is advised. Other symptoms may include stomach growling, hunger outbursts, mouth watering, increased salivation, impulse grocery shopping, increased desire to cook, increased to want to come to my house. That will not happen. Increase to hitting that subscribe button, increase to hitting that like button, and increase to leaving a comment. Please do all of the above. Alright, warnings out of the way. We are now getting started, kicking off our week with Lazy Girl Chicken Parmesan. This one is so easy. So we're going to start off by spraying a 9x13 pan with some cooking spray. Mine's on its last leg. Take some chicken patties, frozen chicken patties, 4 of them. That's what I do for our family. Put those in the bottom. Top it with some pasta. It's about a pound of pasta cooked to al dente. And it can be any kind of pasta you like. I've done it with all kinds of pasta, with the exception of spaghetti. Spaghetti doesn't work out very well. We then take our marinara sauce, the open can from our open jar from last week. We pour it in there. To get all the last little good bits out, take a little bit of water, like I'm talking like less than a quarter cup. Stick it in the jar, shake, 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 gets all of it out. Then we're just going to mix that in, make sure all of the noodles have some kind of sauce on them. And then you guessed it, we're going to top that bad boy with cheese. This one is so easy. We are going to pop it into the oven at 350 for about 25 to 30 minutes, and it comes out nice and bubbly and so delicious. So good. The next night, we jumped into another super simple one. This one, the recipe I'll leave linked down below. However, I did not follow the recipe because it wanted you to do homemade sauce and I wasn't doing that. So we're going to start by boiling our pasta. Again, pasta of your choice. Always salt your water. It helps it boil at a higher temp, and put your wooden spoon over the top because it keeps it from boiling over. Then we're going to cut up some beef kielbasa or kielbasa of any kind, sausage of any kind, and we're going to brown that up in a pan. I did put a little bit of oil in my pan before I did this. Alright, once the pasta is cooked and drained, and once our sausage is all done, we're just going to add that all together, and then we're going to top it with, you guessed it, that jar of open Alfredo sauce. And we're going to do the water trick again to make sure we get it all out. Less than a quarter cup of water. Shake, 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 shake. And then we're going to just dump it in there. And honestly, from here, it's just mix it all together. And yeah, add cheese. That's it. This one is so incredibly simple. And yeah, when you have to cut things, it's not always the favorite for an easy dinner, but I promise you this took all of like 10 minutes to combine, put together. And I told my kids it was mac and cheese and they ate it. So it was a good one. And having that little bit of water from the Alfredo sauce when you empty the jar just makes it nice and creamy. So good. Wednesday happened to be Valentine's Day, so we were doing steaks and potatoes with some sauteed mushrooms and onions. So here we are just chopping all the vegetables because we get those started before the steaks because the steaks don't take as long. So we just did some diced up potatoes, seasoned our steaks really well. And then we're going to just put everything on the stove. So 2 tablespoons of butter in each pan. And we're just going to cook down our potatoes and our mushrooms and onions. Potatoes do take longer to cook, and we like our mushrooms and onions a little more on the crispier side. So we're going to put steaks fat side down first. And then once they've been like that for about a minute, flop them on each side, get a good sear, and we like ours a good medium rare. So I did not take a nice pretty picture before I cut into them because kids were hungry and so was I. So it turned out to be a delicious dinner. And then we did do a simple dinner of mac and cheese and chicken nuggets one night for the kids because it was Clayton's birthday. So our final night of the week was an easy 1-pan meal. These are some frozen green beans from our garden that we just washed, blanched, and froze, and then some pork chops from the pork loin that I bought at my last Costco trip and then had my husband just slice up. So these are some thinner style chops. They're about a 1/2 inch thick, I think. And then they were still a little frozen because I did not take them out of the freezer in time. So oil these up real good, and then we are going to season them. So I use the Kinder's garlic and herb on the vegetables, and then we use this Frag Out maple and bacon on the pork chops. So good. Frag Out is a veteran-owned company, so I'll leave them linked down in the description. Not sponsored. We really like their stuff. And this was dinner. Again, I cut into my pork chop way too soon, but I did bake this at 350 for about 25 minutes. Bonus recipe time. So I told you guys in last week's video I was going to do my salads and the cake we were making. Well, turns out I did not film any of the salad making because I waited till the last minute. So we are doing my Copycat Nothing Bundt cake. So we take a box of white cake mix, one package of whatever kind of jello. I use cheesecake jello, half a cup of oil, half a cup of water, and then 1 full cup of sour cream, which is about half of a 16-ounce container. And then we're going to mix that together till it's slightly combined and looks a little bit like this. Then we're going to add in our eggs. So 1, 2, 3, and then 4, and the container. Just kidding. We don't want to do the container. I just am clumsy. We're going to mix it real good till it looks a little bit something like this, nice and put together. I did scrape down the sides a few times in this process. And then I'm doing the white chocolate raspberry kind because that one's my favorite. We also were doing a theme of red, white, and 2 for my son's birthday party, and this was his birthday cake. So raspberries, I think it's like, I don't know, cup, something like that, cup of chocolate chips, white chocolate chips. Mix that in on the lowest speed to get it stirred in nicely, but without like ruining your machine or breaking up the chocolate. And we are going to scoop this into our greased bundt pan. We're going to put it in the oven at 350 for about an hour. Mine took about an hour. But this is what happens when you try to take it out of the pan when it's still too hot. But that's okay. We just covered it up with some whipped cream and berries. And this was my son's birthday cake. And it was so easy and so simple and so delicious. So I hope you guys try it. I appreciate you hanging out with me. And remember, spread kindness like glitter, y'all.